I'm from Kaduna State. Yesterday was a day of great privilege, and we thank the President and the Executive for laying the budget. Mr. Speaker, a lot of the things have been said already. I'll try to stick to time as quickly as possible by focusing on what I think is important. Recurrent capital is what is being discussed. Mr. Speaker, I want to ask again that this House remembers to compel the Executive to implement the Elrufai report. That's one. Two, we need to cut down on costs. Mr. Speaker, as you rightly heard, the recurrent of various budgets.
Members need to be in this room to vote on this particular bill. So for those who are moving around, please sit to make sure you contribute in voting for this.
Can I go on, sir? Sir, the recurrent issue is in every budget, even a young person like myself. We budget for vehicles every year. We budget for utensils every year. So what I would like us to do, sir, to open more revenues or block loopholes, is to look at all these ministries that are bringing their budgets. If they bought vehicles last year, please, they should just relax now. Vehicles do not expire. These are the little things, Mr. Speaker, that unless we start looking at them, the loopholes we talk about will not come out. I want to thank the leadership for sessions like this and other experienced members. It's a learning opportunity. But on this, the Elrufai report, sir, should be implemented. It is key. That is one. The second and most important thing to me, since I was I'm still a young man, since I was a boy, budgets every year come with new computers, new furniture. These things don't expire, sir. We should cut them out totally. We can't be asking Nigerians. We can't have a tax reform bill that could shape the fiscal shape of this country. Well, as leaders, we are not cutting anything. So I urge the chairman, I'm honored, sir, that I chair a committee that has CBN, but my budget is not on here. But committee chairman that are more experienced than myself should look into this. Nigerians are tired of every agency buying fork and knife every year. We should show them we are serious and do these drastic cuts. I really trust the chairman of the Appropriations Committee, and I just thought to raise this issue. It's an opportunity to speak, and may God continue to guide us to do what is necessary for our people. Thank you, sir.
The Deputy Chairman of Appropriation, they are here making notes. And I've been watching them, and I'm also making notes, because we will also go through the work done by Appropriation to see if all these debates happening here and issues being raised here, we are captured. Because it's not garbage in, garbage out. Though that budget with good intention from Mr. President must be fine-tuned to reflect actually what he wanted to achieve by the time he conceptualized it. The floor is now yielded to my
nation. Let me speak briefly about a quote from a German philosopher, Karl Marx. And I quote, from each according to his abilities, to each according to his needs. What is my point? If we are able to have consistent electricity, the problem of the private sector will be solved. Your Excellency, I'm sure you will all agree with me that there is no economy that can grow if that economy does not produce. Why is our currency the way it is? Why is the naira continuously falling? Because there is pressure on the dollars. But by the time we are able to solve the problem of electricity, and I speak from a layman's perspective, but by the time we are able to solve the problem of electricity, and I'm very, very passionate about the issue of electricity, because I know that if Aba is producing, Onitsha producing, Kano producing, Port Harcourt, Lagos, we can source raw materials from Kaduna, source raw materials from Enugu, from Jos, and everybody will have jobs. The problem of insecurity will be reduced drastically. My question, because I listened very keenly to the presentation of our dear president, the commander-in-chief, who I believe has the mental and political stamina to solve this perennial problem I've just crossed my mid-40s, and we've never had light. We've never had light.
Okay, round up.
So I want to just say here, sir, that I think we need to, as we move forward, do all within our power in 2025 to at least make sure that our children will have consistent electricity. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. Elrufai, Bello Muhammad, the floor is yours.
From Kogi State. Mine is going to be more on issue of revenue. I discovered that we are more on expenditure, and consumption is a function of income. So without income, you can consume nothing. I want us to look at how we can encourage these revenue generating agencies like Federal Land Revenue Service, Nigeria Customs Service.
Honorable Tesser,
And how
you and your group, please, can you maintain some orderliness? Please.
We can block the leakages in NMPCL. Because for some time now, they have not been contributing anything to the treasury. You see the deficit of 13.3 trillion, if NMPCL is functioning and is doing what is supposed to be done, I think the deficit can be reduced from this. Our attention has to be focused, and we have to ask the Committee on Upstream, Downstream, to please do their oversight vigorously on this particular agency of the government to block all those leakages so that our deficit can be reduced. Like you see, Nigeria Customs Service as at middle of November 2024,
Yes.
they have
Deputy
surpassed
Speaker.
their target of 5 trillion. They are going to 6.5 trillion as at today. The exchange rate, I believe, is very realistic. The reason being that about $4 billion that they are being used, that are being used to import finished products, petroleum products, is no longer being used for that. That is why you see our reserve is going up. As at yesterday when the president was talking, it was $42 billion. And the higher your reserve, the stronger your currency locally. So these are the things I believe we should focus our attention on, not majorly on expenditure, revenue that can help us achieve all these consumptions that we are talking about. This is my own contribution, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues. Thank you.